So, interesting story, I say, this week is that right on Rikers Island, they banned like 2 months ago. They banned pornography, any porno magazines from the prison, you know, because I don't know why they did it, but now I just read the headline.
Sure, you don't need to know that part, right? Who cares about that part, right?
But now they had to bring it back this week, so they had a compromise. They're allowing one porno magazine.
Only one?
Only one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the porno magazine that they're putting in is Hairy Guy's Ass Illustrated.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to only allow one, I would think that's the one, you know, probably.
It's a good magazine, though.
It is a good, you know...
It's not all just pictures of Hairy Guy's ass.
The articles are good,
right,
actually. Yeah. Good articles on if you're buying a home, what home to buy, good areas to look.
Good stereo advice. That's what I read.
Yeah. Killer crossword puzzle. It's just a good publication. All right.
See, I just read it for Hairy Guy's ass.
Well, see, that's you, Andy. Just people are all different.
He was telling me before the show, last week he went to the Hairy Guy's Ass Mansion.
Great. Why didn't you... Andy has all the fun. He gets to all the big celebrity parties.
Right. Him and Jimmy Kahn.
All right. Oh, man. That's one news story. And
that's a minor news story.
Yeah, minor news story, sure.
He has a closer field for the minorities because he's showered with so many black guys. But, you know, I don't know if that's how you want to pick your presidents, right? Showered with a lot of black guys?
I don't know.
I mean...
You're picking Dole because he can do an impression.
Yeah,
you know, your reasons aren't much better.
If I was going to pick a guy just because he's showered with a lot of black guys, I'd pick Andy or something like that, you know? You know?
People don't have to know that.
No, he used to play ball. He used to play college ball.
Sure, he was, yeah. In every branch of the armed forces.
I'm talking about that because that's the #1 movie. And the #1 book is The Rules. You know about this book?
I've heard stuff about it. Tell us about it.
It's The Rules. It's how to capture a man's heart. And it's for women. And it says all these rules that you have to follow, and you will capture a man's heart. And the rule #1, have huge breasts. Yeah, that guy likes it. Yeah. Because apparently men love women with huge breasts.
They do. They like that.
That's what they say. Not this character over here, Andy.
Oh, me?
I didn't write it. Was it really, was it fun working with him? Was it exciting?
Oh, yeah, because he's my hero. He's been my hero for a long time. You know, and, you know, to meet your hero. Do you have a hero?
Norman Fell from Three's Company.
That's your hero?
Yeah. Mr. Roper. Yeah.
No, Mr. Roper?
Yeah.
That's not a good hero.
That's all I got.
Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. Anyway.
What are you talking about? What?
I don't know.
Insane.
No.
What are you saying?
Let me tell you something about gay porn.
What's...
Seriously.
It's fine.
That was a long one. Okay. No, I'll tell you something about gay porn, seriously.
Okay.
That doesn't mean a guy's gay. I'm not saying that. Because a guy watches gay porn all the time.
Cut to a single. Just of norm, really?
Gay porn. I enjoy gay porn. I'm not gay. Gay porn is a genre that just cuts across all demographics. You know? Young people, old people, straight people, the gay people enjoy it. Everybody likes gay porn. But this guy really likes it. No, I don't know.
I heard patriotic music playing behind that speech.
No, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to talk about Bob Dole. This guy's my hero.
First ruined my reputation, you know.
I'll
Just
tell you
in
something.
passing.
This guy is not gay. If anybody's not gay, it's this guy.
Oh, I'm so...
Seriously.
I am so totally straight. Oh, yeah.
No, you are.
I love the ladies.
No, he does. No, he likes girls. He likes girls.
Does this happen every time you try and talk about Bob Dole? Norm.
What?
Very nice to see you.
Oh, it's great to be here, man.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm all right. I'm all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're enjoying life?
Yeah.
You like doing that? You call it the fake news.
Yeah.
You like doing that?
I like doing that because I always can keep up with the news, you know? And and also, before I start with my jokes, I just want to say, like, I said a thing on last show about Andy enjoying gay porn.
Right, I remember you saying that.
And I thought later, that was just a stupid thing to do.
Well, I guess it was all forgotten until you just brought it up.
So, he doesn't like gay porn, you know? He doesn't like gay porn. So anyway.
I can't stand gay porn.
Right.
Gay porn, no thanks. So if you're getting me a birthday present, no gay porn.
I'm glad you know, that's great because it really cleared the air.
Yeah. Okay.
Case?
Well, you have to give up stuff on Lent. So every year on Lent, I give up stuff. And I made up a list, you know?
Oh, really?
Of stuff that I gave up. So I have it here in my pocket. Can I read it?
I would love to hear what Norm gave up for Lent. Yeah. Why
I don't have it in my pocket.
not? You don't have it?
Oh, here it is. It's in this pocket.
Okay.
Yes, this is a list of things that I gave up for Lent. Okay, you ready? I gave up powerlifting.
All right, out.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that anymore. And then I gave up lifting of any kind.
Okay, that's good.
And then I gave up dressing up like an incubus. Now that people know what it is, you know.
Not going to do that.
No. And then I gave up. This isn't a good one. I gave up feeding my cat.
You got to break that habit.
Yeah, that's not good.
Lent's a good time to do that.
So that's. Oh, and then I gave up spending thousands of dollars trying to methodically seduce Andy's wife.
No more of that, huh? All right, that's very nice. Good for you.
What a relief. Plus, it gets in the idea that Andy has a wife.
Andy has a wife.
Oh, he does, I know.
I have a wife,
I know.
and
No, he has a great wife.
I don't like gay porn.
No, he has an excellent wife.
Don't like it.
Well,
Not for
okay.
me.
What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and then we're all going to confer with our lawyers. And then we're going to come back, and we'll have more with Norm MacDonald in just a second. We'll see. All right, we're back, everybody. Stop comparing notes on gay porn, all right?
No! We were actually talking about the Sports Illustrated, the swimsuit issue.
Oh, yeah. You guys like that issue.
No,
yeah.
I love it. Andy
It's
said,
fun to play
Andy
this
said it's
game.
his least favorite Sports Illustrated.
Oh, shut up.
He says he can't.
Never mind. I'm gonna say something.
Andy, you don't, it's like quicksand. If you struggle,
I
it gets
know,
worse.
I know.
You just gotta sit very still and it'll go
Say
away.
something
I
bad.
was talking to Andy before the show, and apparently I made a mistake one time in the show where I intimated that maybe Andy was into gay porno. You remember
Right.
that?
I didn't, but now I do, yeah.
Which he was not, which he's not into, and I never meant to intimate that he was gay in any way.
Right.
Just that he had an obsession with watching gay porno.
Okay, okay.
There is a difference.
Of course. Everybody loves gay porno.
Right,
Exactly.
right. What's not to like?
So anyways,
Pie, baseball.
so I said, I'm sorry. He said, you know, I said, I'm sorry about that.
Right,
Bec-
right.
And I said I would never mention again his alleged obsession with gay porno.
Right.
And I won't. But anyway.
We're gonna run that on a loop. Play it over and over
No,
again.
he's got a wife.
Yeah, I know. What are you talking about? I know that.
Have you ever met her?
Yes.
Okay, good.
What are you
Yes,
talking
she
about?
does exist.
She
No,
does
I know
exist.
She exists. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell the people. I don't want them to think that Andy's into gay. And there's nothing wrong with being gay. Unless you're not gay, and then there's something horribly wrong with it.
That's when it goes awry?
Yeah, that's when it's the worst thing you could be is gay when you're not gay.
Right.
And then I had to come back on. They're like, oh, Mr. Homophobic. I won't let a guy grind his ass into you.
work on that.
Hey, I'm going to miss Andy on this show, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to leave, huh? How bad is that, huh?
Yeah.
He should stay. You want him to stay. You should stay.
Good move.
You should stay.
Get him booing.
Yeah, you killed everyone's joy tonight.
No, I swear to God, though, when you sit on a couch for the living, you should think about not giving that up. That's a great job. You sit on a couch, and you sit on a chair.
It got to be too much, though. I'm looking to lay down.
I've got to tone it down a bit.
No, but you're a great man, and I'm going to miss you on the show, man. You're a great man, isn't he?
Thank you.
Great. Because people, look at this audience, man. They don't care about that. Why? They like jokes. They got flags. They got flags.
Yeah, they got flags, and they're scoring you. You've got 3 9s and an 8 so far.
Wow.
For your
Where
entrance.
are you guys from, man? Oh, sweet. That's Sweden?
Yeah.
God bless you, man. Everything's good about, you know, you're an Irishman. Me mother, she was orange. Me father, he was green. It was the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. I'm Scottish. I'm a Scot. You're Irish.
Yes.
What are you?
Swedish German.
Swedish German. Are you really?
Yeah, really. Why would I lie about that? It's not funny.
It's very odd, 'cause
It's a very strange lie. I put one over on those people. Yeah.
Swedish German.
No, I'll tell you why it's funny, man, because I was in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
I met a good old boy down there, and he said, he said, you know Andy Richter?
Yeah? Yeah, he did?
Yeah.
You met a guy in Georgia, and he said, you know Andy Richter?
Oh, yeah, you guys do well there.
Oh.
And he said, I said, yeah. He said, have you ever heard of Andy Richter joke? I said, no. He said, well, most of it's based on him being Swedish German. And then he told me an Andy Richter joke. And
Really?
But I didn't know he was Swedish German. I thought it was all nonsense.
Yeah, well, now this lines up perfectly. Let me ask you something, because it sort of relates to the first...
Wait, don't you want to hear the joke?
No. Oh, you're down to 6. You're down to 6. All right, this joke will get you back up.
You can get him back.
Let's hear the joke.
Well, the fella says, he says, you ever hear the time about the old prospector? That's how he tells you, know?
Yeah.
He says, man, there was an old prospector, and he was prospecting for gold, and he was having a hell of a time getting any gold. It was an empty stake, I believe. And he said he'd come into town one day. He'd been in the mine for a good 8 months. He said, by God, he said, I'm only flesh and blood. Sure. Yeah. And I need a woman, you know. And so he goes into town. He goes up to the bartender. He says, bartender, he says, man, I've been in that mine for a hell of a long time, and I'm only flesh and blood. I need a woman. Well, the bartender says, hell, there ain't no women in this town. If you want to do any of that business, all we got is Andy Richter, the Swedish German. The prospector, he says, no, he says, hell, I ain't into that funny stuff, you know. He says, I'll be fine. So he goes back to his state, you know, and he's back in that mine, man, and 6 months passes, and a year passes, and Conan, you know, people are weak. Man is made of flesh and pride, as the scriptures tell us, and by God, that old prospector finally broke to his knees, and he said, I'm no worse than he went back to the bar. He was a beaten man. He says to the bartender, he says, hell, man, I've been in that place 2.5 years. A man has needs, and if you say there's no women in this here town, he says, well, I'll have to go for Andy Richter, the Swedish German. But he says, listen now, he says, man, I'm a tough old hombre, you know, and I got friends now. He says, I don't want anybody to know about this. You know, this is back in the old days.
Sure, yeah.
He says,
I can tell by the accent, yeah.
He says, I got my cowpoke friends and so forth. I'd hate to hell anybody know about this, you know. This got to be all secret. Nobody. I say, nobody can know about this. Bartender says, well, 4 people will know about it. How do you figure that? He says, well, he says, I'll know about it. He says, you'll know about it. Andy Richter, the Swedish German, will know about it.
And the feller that has to hold down Andy will know about it. Why? Because Andy Richter, the Swedish German, he don't go for that fun and business neither.
Well, at least you left me my dignity.
Yeah.
I like the way that story ended.
Yeah,
That was a nice...
you weren't gay.
Right. Well, but that's not beside the point.
You were raped.
No, it's more. That I wasn't prostituting myself. That's what I was getting.
You're such a horrible man.
I got the cable, but it's still valuable airtime.
I don't know about that.
In Georgia, they say there's a whole subgenre of Andy the Swedish German joke.
That's what the guy told me.
Well, you know what? I asked you, how are you?
Yeah?
And you went into, I believe, a 48-minute joke.
Oh,
which
I'm sorry.
was fantastic, but now we have to take a commercial break.
Are you kidding me?
What do you, yes! I'm about to grow my beard back if I don't...
He also was really drawn to touchy subjects. So it's like a brutal murder. Yeah.
He got pleasure in being dangerous.
Yeah. How many anal rape jokes did we hear? You know, how many,
including, I must bring it up, the Swedish German.
That became
Andy Richter, the Swedish German.
That became a thing. Yeah, and actually Conan and I were talking about this yesterday.
I had forgotten about this, and of course, you said that you sometimes see it online. And I'm like, okay, well, let's hear about that because you know me, I'm in the nose cone of the rocket.
Right.
I'm at the top of the pyramid.
Right. Your ivory tower. There's a lot of clouds underneath your window.
I'm up there counting my gold coins. I can't be concerned with what you're doing down in the moat.
No, people. I mean, every weekly, someone will just arbitrarily just call me a Swedish German. And it was,
explain what that means.
I know. Well, I mean, I know they're Norm fans because Norm would do, and Norm was also like kind of a traditionalist. So he did the, talk to the talk show host, but then there's this guy over here, this one, let's make fun of him.
Yeah.
And a lot of his jokes, like I say, he was drawn to the things that you're not supposed to say. So a lot of his jokes were about being queer, gay porno. Mm-hmm. This fellow over here, he enjoys the gay porno. Mm-hmm. And that became a thing with me. And at one point, he was talking about your ethnicity, you're Irish, I'm Scottish, what are you? And I said, I'm Swedish German. And he, for some reason, was like, really? And I was like, yeah, well, why would I make that up? That then later became a euphemism for gay. Yeah. The old prospector comes to town and wants a prostitute, but no, there's no prostitutes. There's just Andy Richter, the Swedish German. It's outrageous because it's Norm. It's outrageous because it's on a talk show.
And it's you.
And it's me. Yeah. But and I think that some people think that I was somehow, and somebody else, a friend of mine pointed out, there's nothing, you can't do anything with that.
Right.
There's nothing to do with that when Norm MacDonald says, this fellow over here, when it would go to hey, Conan, have you met his wife?
But then you did say, at least I had my dignity, and says, you were raped.
Yeah, he goes to rape, Yeah. He said, but I never was that crazy about that because I would think, I'm sitting there and we're in a studio and we're laughing about it now. And it is the point of that joke is this fella's a queer.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very old-fashioned, retrograde joke that we just don't do anymore.
Right.
And some jokes that we don't do anymore, we don't do them anymore because they shouldn't be done.
Right.
And we shouldn't have been doing them in the first place. So I was always thinking about the gay people that work on the Conan O'Brien show. Yeah. How do I look them in the face after being there and hardy-harring about the punchline being that I'm a gay fella? And and we're thinking about the people in my family who are gay. If they're going to watch that, how are they going to think when the real bottom line, what's funny about that is that I was supposedly a homosexual and that I was, which to me, I always was it's like saying this fellow over here, he doesn't want anybody to know it, but he's a secret Jew. His kitchen's full of matzahs. You know, it's like you would go like, "What are you talking about?" You know, what is that? How is that funny?
My kitchen's full.
I know, but you're not a secret. But you know what I mean? It made me uncomfortable, not because I was afraid that people would think I was gay, because if I was gay, everybody would know that I was gay. It made me uncomfortable because there were people out there in the audience whom I love and care about, who would be left thinking, like, what's so terrible about me that I am a joke, that I'm a punchline, you know, that how I am and who I am is a punchline to a joke. But that was when you're the kind of comic that Norm is, and you are going after any uncomfortable subject, and you're like, oh, let me get in there and you know, roam around and really get my elbows.
Right.
You know, it's gonna be ugly sometimes.
Yeah, and
it's gonna be uncomfortable.
Yes.